Alright, here on the apocalypse version of the Jim Miller for President sports program on BWC Internet Media. Tim Korsnikas with Ryan Hartson and Corey Bender. And yeah, we got some controversies going on today, I guess.
Yeah, we've been waiting for a genuine controversy that would get us through the summer. You know, like Tiger Woods having sex with a bunch of women, or Ben Roethlisberger raping a chick in a bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, something really juicy that would take us all summer to break down. I think we've got it with this Lance Armstrong thing. Tim, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's almost as controversial as the Armageddon theory, huh?
Almost. That's happening, man.
That's happening. Well, if so, this is the last JMFPSP, so it's been an honor, guys.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It really has.
But yeah, so we're going to get into the Lance Armstrong thing. Tyler Hamilton, a former teammate of Lance Armstrong during the Tour de France, accused him of taking steroids, not during the races, but for training.
He said during 99.
Yeah, 99.
And then in preparation for a bunch of other ones. Probably all of them.
Well, he's a guy who's never failed a drug test, though, so
yeah,
it's a little confusing because you got two stories, but they're not saying the same thing.
Yeah, I'm Corey. I'll let you go first. I'm interested in what you think, and then I've got something I want to do with this.
Mm-hmm. So I find it very sketchy because like you said, Lance Armstrong's never failed a test, and this guy's already taken steroids, and we don't really know if he's actually seen anything. I mean, of course, we're not going to get video or anything, but how do we really know he's telling the truth, especially in this interview we want to show you too? Very sketchy of him.
Yeah, it's before I do what I want to do, I want you to play what Mr. Tyler Hamilton said. This interview will air on 60 Minutes on Sunday, assuming we have a Sunday. Well, we will, just half of us won't be here because we'll be in hell. That's something completely different. But I want to play this for you. It's Tyler Hamilton talking about exactly what he's seen with Lance Armstrong. Keep in mind, we're moving a mic, so you're going to hear a lot of... It's going to be really annoying. It'll only take like 10 seconds, so just bear with us. Go.
He was using EPO in the Tour de France in 1999.
Correct.
He was using EPO in the Tour de France in the year 2000.
He used it before to prepare for the tour.
And what about the tour in 2001?
He used it to prepare for the tour. I can't say that he used it during the tour.
What did you actually witness?
I saw it in his refrigerator. I saw him injected more than one time.
You saw Lance Armstrong inject EPO?
Yeah, like we all did. Like I did many, many times.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
We all saw him do it.
Yeah. Okay.
He totally did it, yeah.
Okay, so you're skeptical?
Yeah, I'm very skeptical.
Okay, go ahead. Why?
You guys can't see the video of this, but this guy, he doesn't look very sincere at all. He's just kind of taking a while to answer the question, like, yeah, man, we all saw him, bro. Yeah, he totally did it. You just gotta believe me, man. I mean, he just looked really sketchy too. Like, he didn't have any emotion on his face. He wasn't sincere about it at all, and just doesn't seem like it's truthful at all.
But this isn't like the first time Lance Armstrong's been accused of doing steroids.
Yeah.
If my math is right, this is the 5th or 6th guy
I think so.
on Lance Armstrong's team that's accused him of doing this. Like, that's too many people for me. Which is what I want to bring up. I've got two separate theories that are kind of waging war against each other, if you will, and either of them could be real. One, Lance Armstrong has never failed a drug test, and all of his teammates are pissed off that Lance Armstrong never helped them try to win a Tour de France. It was always about Lance. We have to help Lance win the Tour. Why can't one of them win? Tyler Hamilton might be like, hey, why can't I win the Tour de France? Help me out. Crash your bike for me instead of us doing stupid stuff for you. And maybe all these guys were pissed off that Lance was doing all the winning and that they weren't getting enough for themselves. Or maybe Lance Armstrong is full of shit like Barry Bonds was, and he has been, because I'm assuming you find out when certain drug tests are going to be. Like, hey, Lance, you're going to have a drug test in 6 months. So he's going to juice, and then he's going to be able to get it out of his system before each test. Now, there are going to be some anonymous tests, which he's lucky that he doesn't get busted with that, but maybe he's able to time it where he never gets in trouble for it. It's possible to get steroids out of your system as long as you know a drug test is coming. So maybe he's smart enough to manipulate the tests with his timing, then, that's why he wouldn't have failed a drug test, and he really is juicing. I don't know what to believe. I like Lance Armstrong. I actually watched the Tour de France when he won it 7 times. Was it 7?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 7 times. I watched like 4 of them. I thought he was fantastic. He was, I was reading about it in the paper every day. He captivated America. And for another American hero to be taken down by society as a juicer, because steroids are bad or whatever, is, in my opinion, really sad that we have to tear this, that we have to tear another American hero down for something that at the end of the day really isn't that bad.
Yeah, and on Tyler Hamilton's side, it's a guy who's already admitted to taking steroids during the.
He had to retire from the tour because he's failed so many drug tests.
Yeah, so I think it might be a situation of him getting back at him. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, what's interesting to me is during the interview, he doesn't make eye contact with the interview the entire time. He's like, he's like hesitant and he's very deliberate in speaking. So it seems like he's
rehearsed. You're thinking.
Yeah, well, maybe not rehearsed so much, but I think he's just like, I don't know. It's
not very genuine.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Not genuine.
Like, if it was like absolutely genuine, like, like you'd be able to tell, because he'd be speaking, straightforward, looking at the guy probably. Well, I mean, there'd be more details too. You think he'd just like, yeah, he injected it.
To me,
that's all I noticed.
To me, it comes off as not genuine, as not like disingenuous, but as matter of fact.
Yeah.
Like, brushing your teeth. You do it every day, so you're not that impressed when you're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him injected. Yeah, I saw it in the refrigerator all the time. Yeah, we
all saw it.
We all saw it. Like they're so used to seeing him. It's like he did it so much, and they were so used to it. He's not shocked by any of it, and that's what it came off to me as very lackluster and casual. That's what he was, more so than disingenuous.
Yeah,
just for me.
That's 10 years later too. It's just like, oh yeah, by the way, he took steroids.
He took steroids,
Yeah.
But as you say, it isn't the first time that this has happened.
Right.
So
he's been accused so many times by so many different people. If this was Roger Clemens, he'd be in court by now. Well, he is in court actually. I believe that court case starts back up in July. If there is a July. We'll get back to that.
It seems like every athlete that has like a great streak like that, they're just first question is steroids,
It's like such a big deal too. It's like, yeah, you use steroids.
Why?
Yeah, I say it's unfair.
It is unfair.
Can I ask again? We talked about this in the baseball. Why are steroids bad?
I don't think they're bad. It's a little unfair, but really it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's not that bad. You still have to do your best to work out too.
You have to. If anything, juicers work harder than the average guy because they have to get this stuff through his system, and to continue to build up the muscle, you have to work even harder than guys who aren't juicing. So they're putting even more work in than non-juicers, and they're a lot of these guys were better than other players in the first place.
Plus, you see a lot more home runs, or baseball gets more exciting.
Or Tour de France championships.
Yeah, it just makes things more exciting because they're performing at a better rate.
Performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, they are meant to make you better. Why is taking advantage of something that makes you better bad? I understand it's illegal, but why is it illegal? Like, I mean, I would say don't do steroids because you can get in a lot of trouble, but why are you getting in trouble in the first place? Why were they banned in the first place? Why couldn't you just let them use them? It made everything. Baseball in the late 90s was better than baseball in any era of all time.
Yeah.
When McGuire and Sosa were going at it, trying to break the single-season home run record, which neither of them did in that year, by the way, that was when baseball was at its best. It captivated a nation. Steroids have captivated this nation at least 4 different times.
And then it just gets shot back down.
And now we're pissed off about it? if anything, we owe these guys a thank you. You entertained us for a considerable amount of time. That's all sports is, entertainment. Yeah. And now we're, pissed off that they so-called cheated, which it's really, to me, steroid use isn't cheating. It's just a means to an end, getting yourself better. And the fact that we're criticizing all these people and wanting to essentially put them in jail, from a society's point of view, shun them, make them all hermits. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, hey, if Lance Armstrong took steroids, well, it made him an American hero for a while. So.
And think about the live strong. This guy survived cancer.
Yeah.
He survived testicular cancer.
Yeah.
I'll take almost any other kind of cancer over testicular cancer because he only has one testicle, and that sucks. And then he won 7 Tour de France's with one ball, and he used steroids to do it. If anything, that's more impressive. I hate needles, don't you?
Yeah.
So could you imagine taking a needle all the time just to improve yourself?
No.
How painful that would be, how stressful that would be. If anything, it's more impressive. And with all the hepatitis and the AIDS that you could get from possibly sharing needles with Tyler Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. Maybe they did share needles. You never know what those guys have. This thing is stupid.
Well, some developments should be made on that over the summer as more details may or may not become available from Tyler Hamilton and his teammates. But moving on to basketball, and the ongoing NBA playoffs is coming up next on the Jim Miller Frozen Sports Program.
On BWC Internet Radio.